behind his back to the two of them, like, calm down. And Harburg turns back to you and he says, well, I'm glad you asked. We do have work. We've had some trouble of late. Got some bandits causing trouble on the road into town. Can't hardly get any goods in or out of town with all the damn bandits around. And, well, and he waves at the shop behind him, I can't even pry myself away from work just to handle it. Got enough to do here in town.
It sounds like the perfect job for me.
Fantastic.
Where can these bandits be found?
He says, let me see. Let me give you an accurate. That's not what I'm looking for. Let me give you an accurate description. Give me a second. Thought I had this built in and I didn't. Here we go. Actually, while I look this up, this would be about the time that, well, Leah, you said you wanted to buy some rations?
Yeah.
That's fine. Does anyone else need to do shopping?
Yeah, I'd probably come out of the door after I saw Mortros and smelled the bakery and probably figured I'd better prepare myself for the day and anything else that comes about, and advise Leo and Dibble that, you know, if you guys need to stock up, I smell fresh bread. Or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
Wherever the hell they're going.
So yeah, let's do the shopping. You guys need to stock up on rations? Well, I looked this up.
No, I'm good.
Dib
I didn't use one.
probably thinks he's okay. You know, depends on how far out that they're gonna be going. So if he doesn't know, like, you know, until he knows, like, you know, like how far out they're going or whatever, he's not gonna worry about it. He's got some rations on him, so he's good.
I will offer my rations if you need some. I got plenty.
Are you buying some, Leah?
Well, if they're okay with everything, then no, I'll just head down to the constable.
Okay, well that makes it easy then. So you guys would just be tagging along just a few feet behind Mortros.
Yep.
You know that.
Leah never tags along.
I was about to say respectable distance so that you're not together.
Leah strolls gracefully to her destination.
Because even I can catch a hint. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So about the time that Meld glances at his bardiche and Harburg and his boys are getting a little tense, and then things calm down, that's when Leah, Dibble, Leo, and Mortros arrive. Zeal and Lucian, where were you guys headed? Were you also going to the constable? Or are you guys all
we were
on board
super
with
excited about
this ghost thing? All right.
Yeah, the fake
were super
ghost
excited about
kind
the
of
ghost.
piqued our interest.
Okay. Well, I can only run one adventure.
Oh yeah.
Totally. Well,
So,
Just,
well, maybe
I
what's
guess
his
we
name?
weren't told about
You
the
were
other
too
one.
drunk to decide.
Hold on here. Let me help you guys out. Let's get it all on one page. Mango Barrel told you to go ahead and talk to the constable about where this
Great.
place is, because he says,
Oh, that's perfect.
yeah, he'll direct you to the constable. In case you're looking for other money, there is a bounty on bandits, and that might also be kind of the same region. You might as well kill two birds with one stone. Let's get you guys all on one page here. So you all arrive at the constable about that time. About the time that Harburg says, yeah, we do pay for bandit slaying. There is a problem on the roads with the bandits, and I am willing to give a bounty. If you can bring me proof of the leader's death, an ear or a head would be preferable. We've got witnesses who would know him on site. That's a little brutal and a little savage, I admit, but we don't have a jail here in Red Larch, and we have to solve our problems the old-fashioned way. I hope you all don't mind.
Zeal's gonna ask was gonna ask, these bandits wouldn't have to only steal chickens and stuff, right? A little wary of his previous travels.
Chickens, well, he says, kind of shrugs, says, I wouldn't put it past him. Steal anything that ain't nailed down, as far as I can tell.
He's a
You
little
know-
relieved. It means that they'll go for anything and not
Oh,
just
yeah.
food.
No, anything. Well, bandits got to eat too, I suppose.
That's true.
And you guys showed up at the time that he was giving directions to Meld, and you are looking at. Let me measure this. 6. He says to Meld, he kind of gets a faraway look in his eye, and he is looking down the long road. You see the long road right there to the south.
Yep.
And he says, oh, hold on a second. Is this not north going up? It is. Well, oh, yeah, well, that's fantastic. I love it when they put a map and the north isn't up. Let me turn my map sideways and look again. Throws me off every time. He points east along the Cairn Road. And he
Okay.
says, Cairn Road is going to kind of curve more to the south as you head out. You're going to see a lot of farmlands, but about 8 miles out, there's been a lot of hits. There in the hills, the bandits have been hitting most frequently. He says, kind of gives Meld a look, and of course the rest of you are showing up at about that time. And he says to all of you gathering up, he says, well, you wouldn't all be here looking for bandit bounties, would you?
I explained to the constable that Artran sent me. I'm here for you.
He gives you a knowing nod. And he says, Artran's a good man, and if he sent you, that's good enough for me. He notices your ears. He
Sent
says,
you,
Well, gave me directions, not really sent me.
he says, good.
Zeal
Zeal, go ahead.
Zeal completely ignores the guy's question and runs over screaming, Rose! I missed you! And is like about to hug her, but stops briefly, realizing what he's about to do, and then reaches out his hand, scratching his head and smiling and saying, nice to meet you.
She perks up looking at this big ball of red fur running towards her. Well, it's only been a day, but I guess it's reasonable, yeah, that you missed me.
Yeah.
Friend of yours, Zeal?
Yep. This my friend. She's Rose. And then I just leave it at that.
Fair enough. Yeah, basically, Mr. Constable, if there's gold involved, I'm looking to do it. So, yeah, I'll kill some bandits.
He scans you guys and he says, he's kind of nodding, and then he notices Leo back there and he says, good. And seems to relax his shoulders a bit. And he says, it's good to see someone of your order, and it's good to see some order brought here to town. I'm glad you're here. I'd like to introduce you to, and he waves at Meld. He says, I'm not sure I caught your name. Meld here.
I am Meld.
He says, I'd
He's
like to
kinda-
introduce you to Meld.
Nice to meet you. I'm Zeal.
He says, Meld here
come to
has
ask
just
you to help."
accepted a bounty to hunt down a local bandit group. If you could bring me proof of the captain's demise, I am willing to pay a purse of 50 gold. And he raises his voice to address all of you, and he says, it's 50 gold, and he gives you all kind of an appraising look. And says, I would say the group of you would stand a pretty good chance of success. Any less, and I probably wouldn't send you out, but it is 50 gold split no matter how many ways of you there are. That's up to you. It's not 50 each. He gives you a warning finger.
Of course.
He kind of looks back at the other two butchers, these two guys behind him, and they've got approving eyes. Their eyes are bright, and they seem happy to see the group of you gathered up, and they're kind of nodding like, yeah, Yeah, this group can handle the problem.
Okay. All right.
They haven't noticed
Dibble,
you though, Dibble.
Dibble speaks up with an incredibly loud, booming voice, using my thaumaturgy, of course,
Of course.
and says, so you say that's 50 split 7 ways? 7 ways? 50 gold for each and every one of us? Says you're not gonna short me on my money, are you?
Sorry.
Yeah, speaking of short,
He's glancing and
Good
he's looking.
constable.
He's
Perhaps
got
we
a.
can raise the bounty by maybe 4 gold so that we can all have an even share and don't utterly, I don't know, argue along the way, causing mishap throughout the town.
His brow furrows as he's glancing around, trying to find the source of the loud voice. And then his brow furrows further, saying 54 gold. And he holds a hand up and counts his fingers off. And he says, that still doesn't divide 7 ways very well. But he looks over at the woman over here, and she gives him, she kind of, you can tell she's running some numbers in her head, and she nods. And he says, I will raise the bounty to 70 gold. That way you can split it 10 each.
I'm okay with that.
That sounds
bad.
much better, thank you.
Tamora smiles upon us.
Salune
Mama,
shines bright.
And at that moment, then he finally sees Dibble, and he says, ah, there you are. I wondered where the 7th one was. Well, Timora smiles indeed. And I hope she continues smiling. I'd like to see you all come back safely from this one. He holds up a finger and he says, these bandits, they're a tricky bunch, and they've been successful, and that tells you enough right there. I don't know how many of you came in on a caravan, but the caravans normally travel pretty well armed. These bandits will not be an easy thing to overcome. The leader especially, he's a half-orc, and he's a bloodthirsty sort. No offense to anyone who may have orc blood. He holds his hand up and kind of looks around, see if he insulted anybody. And this guy that was hanging by his belt says, hey, what are you, blah, and barfs. And the constable and his 2 helpers there kind of chuckle, and he waves at one of them and says, why don't you just go ahead and get old Dagburl down. He's had enough. Send him home. And they unhook his belt, and he falls into a pile in the dust and groans. And so finally we've got all 7 going in one direction.
Finally.
Sounds like you guys were having a good time though. I had fun.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I always feel on this total, well, I'm the DM, it's out of character because I'm talking, but I always feel like I have to like constantly have monsters going or something, but it sounded like you guys were having fun. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Playing in character is fun.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and that's something that I just ran a 5th edition campaign, and it was all about fighting, and that started to drag a little, so I'm glad we're doing some role playing. It's fun. I'm having a good time. Some of your tokens I don't, your tokens I don't have all the icons on, because I was kind of keeping a mystery what you are. So I'm going to go ahead and add those back on now before I copy paste you. I've got that one. I pretty well know what everybody is. I got that one.
Alright.
I've got that one on Zeal. Mortros and Lucian and Bibble. You guys, Bibble, you already got yours. Dibble.
Huh.
Not Bibble. Damn it, I'm never going to get that right.
One or the other.
Yeah. Well, I am the DM, so it would be Bibble for me, wouldn't it? Not a friend. Damn. All right. So as you guys are heading down the road, if anyone were to look back, you would see Harbert standing here. He's got that pig under his arm still. He's kind of waving and smiling. And the woman is standing right behind him, and she's got a worried expression on her face, and she's wiping her hands off, just like it shows there. She's kind of whispering in his ear, watching as you guys leave. Concern would be the expression on her face. Okay. And Meld, you don't have any icons on your dad either. Okay, so 8 miles out of town. And I like to ask this. It's been 2.5 hours. Has it been long enough? Anybody needs to drop, or are you guys good to keep going?
Good to keep
A
going.
good time.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good.
Good. Keep going.
All right, let's keep going.
Keep it going.
What about you, Leah?
I'm good.
Okay. Let me set them aside here. That way I can grab all of you without grabbing them. They're not going with you. Kapow, they're gone. Grab all of you as a copy.
So-
I am gonna AFK real quick just so you guys know, but I'm gonna do that now. I'll be right back, and then we'll jump right back into how you guys want to approach this. And there's something, you guys have 8 miles of travel. If you want to discuss a plan, I'm AFK. Be right back.
So, we've got knights in shiny armor, extremely loud halflings, and who knows what else tagging along. I'm expecting an ambush already.
I will scout ahead.
I'm probably gonna. Should I go stealth now, or do I need to wait until combat?
I think
you
it's
move at
still
half
8
speed.
miles to go, so
Okay, yeah.
unless
I
you want to
guess.
stealth 8 miles.
That sounds pretty miserable. I'll scout ahead though, or at least be ahead of the group.
Okay, I would suggest when we kind of get in the general area where we're looking for, that you accept Tamora's blessing, and I would give you Tamora's blessing, which would give you advantage on your stealth dex stealth checks. I get that out for like an hour. So
Glad you didn't say death saving throws. I was like, well, that's optimistic.
yeah.
I like the
wish.
confidence.
That would help.
Yeah.
But anyhow, once she sees you go up ahead, Mortros will give you a minor illusion that gives you somewhat the foliage of the surrounding area on your body to give you a bit of extra camouflage.
Zeal's gonna head up and ask if anyone is good with close combat fighting. Just to make sure.
I shall be in front.
You will be in front. That is perfect for me. As long as you're in front of me, I'm good.
Was that you, Leo, who said you'd be in front? Okay, still getting names to voices.
Yeah, no problem.
Who was going to scout ahead? Was that Lucian?
That was.
Yes.
I can track and stealth and all that stuff at regular speed.
Okay, well then maybe you should just scout ahead then. Because I cannot.
I mean, I have a decent stealth, but I'm a bit slower.
I'll say that if we do need another front man too, I can bite the bullet. But you need to warn me first so I can get the shield out.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I shouldn't go first. So then once we run into these guys, I can stealth and go in for a sneak attack. If they see me first, I assume I can't really stealth.
So, do we have like
Wouldn't it be
4
rough
rows
though?
here?
We're pretty much out in daylight, so it
Yeah.
wouldn't be too hard for them to see you. Especially if we're up in the mountains.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I can handle ranged stuff too, so I can kind of do both.
I'm more ideal for range, but I can handle going up front if it's need be.
Same here. I can do a little range, a little up close stuff, and of course, you know, give the blessings of Tamora to help.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good call, Leah.
I'm back.
Already.
Officer Double the Ride.
Just a second here and find my map again. Why did I shut
On the
that
horse.
page?
Offers a ride on the horse.
Yes,
Leah-
I know.
Do you resaddle it? I assume you're resaddling.
Yes,
You're not
I'm
going very
resettling everything. It should only take about 20 minutes or so. Even if they go ahead, I can still track them.
We're gonna be on the road.
Don't
So-
mind the horse. It's a little something we took from some bandits that took some things from us. Well, not us, really.
Nope. It was kind of like freely given to us, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dibble would take that ride. Why not? Even though he
Sweet.
could probably be on the ground, but he'd be kind of dragging behind. so, and it's probably easier for him. He kind of toss his little bag and his backpack, whatever, strap that on there, whatever little knick-knack stuff he's got, and you see him kind of like reaching like his like one of his pouches, and he says, "Hey, okay, Mr. Squeakers, we're gonna go for a little ride." He hands little like crumbs or whatever in there. Little mouse head pops up and kind of feeds it.
I giggle and I say, I like you, Dibble. I'm glad you're my riding companion.
I said, and I'm glad to be riding with you as well. The blanket.
Does that mean, did you include the blanket?
What?
There's two, if you look at it, he's got the,
The caparison.
yeah, so,
Comparison. I don't
I'd
know
probably
how you say
flip the
it.
blanket inside out,
Okay.
like you know what I mean, upside down
Sure.
to cover it.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah, I think we're pretty ready to head out though.
Very good. Let me switch that out. I actually have add a character again. I have two versions of Warhorse. I've got one version that players have access to. What I'm going to do... There. Trouble, you cannot control that horse. You don't have it in your... Move it around and
Okay.
click its buttons.
One thing we
I'll put
also
that
just...
back. There we go.
I'm sorry to kind of interrupt.
Go ahead.
One thing we had discussed was, as we are kind of getting somewhat in the area, maybe a couple, a few miles out or whatever, I was gonna give the,
Blessing.
blessing of the trickster on
Yep.
whoever is like in the lead as far as stealthing around up front. Which was, who is that again? That's
That was
doing
my next question, was marching order. And actually,
Meld will be-
hold that thought. I have a screen that is, whoops, it's got the caravan. Huh. That's where I meant to do this. I'm going to put you guys on the road, and this gives you guys a better, because I know, sometimes people want to like scout or something like that. So there you guys go. Give me a marching order.
Oh.
For this adventure, I think I'm gonna have my sword and shield out just because it looks like we have a lot of ranged units. So I'm gonna be second behind the cleric looking dude. Oh, dude.
I'll kind of walk next to Zeal, I suppose, and after the blessing of the, or who are you gonna put the blessing of the trickster on? I guess would be a good question.
It'd be-
Hold
It
on.
would be
Who's scouting ahead? Is that Mel?
Scouting
Meld.
is-
Meld.
Once we're in combat, though, it's not going to really matter.
All right, yeah, I'd give it to Mel then. Whoever's going to be in the front is going to have advantage on their stealth check. So
Okay. As you guys are moving along,
the trickster.
Leo has said something. Go ahead, Drizzt, say it.
What?
I
Oh,
see it in the
what
chat
they
log.
said in
Yeah,
the-
go ahead and say it. That's in
Yeah,
character.
why is this horse marked with the Order of the Gauntlet symbol? Where did it come from?
Would he see that if I've already flipped it over before meeting up with them?
He's pointing at a brand on the horse's flesh that you
Okay.
missed.
Okay.
I checked your passive perception and you didn't see it.
Okay, that's what was
But
question.
he did.
Well, we got ambushed on our journey here, and this horse was left by the actual bandits. And instead of letting it suffer in the wilderness, we accepted it for the journey. At least I did.
Yes, I believe they were of the Uthgard tribe, is that what Archon said? And they had taken the armor of warriors of Torm, apparently, trying to give some sort of facade so they could set up their ambush.
I believe I rode Zeta, the orc that got injured. I rode her here to Red Larch.
Red
It's
Large.
unacceptable.
Red Larch for her to heal properly.
So you know Zeta.
Yes, we journeyed together for 3 days.
Zeal's gonna
warrior.
say.
Make sure they shall serve justice.
Zeal's gonna say we all do. She can't hit anything at all.
Well, I mean, we better hope there are no carts on the road. You might stub your foot again.
I've had enough for carts for a little while.
All right, so that's we got a marching order set up. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go through and ask each person though, just so that I know. Meld, what? Are you armed, and if so, how?
Yeah, I got my Bardiche out and I'm stealthing and tracking.
I figured. Are you of a level that you can move at full speed while stealthing, or do you have to go slow?
Yes. In my favorite terrain, yes.
Got it. What is your favorite terrain?
Grassland, which I assume
Yeah.
this would be considered.
It is. Okay. So you can stealth at full speed. Roll me a stealth check then. Just kind of a general. Well, you can take 10 on that stealth if you want. I'll allow it. So just whatever your mod is plus 10.
I have advantage on that, I think.
Okay.
That's what it gave me.
Yep.
Do you want a tracking? Yep.
Are you tracking as well?
Yep.
Okay. Yes, I also want that. Got a little macro problems there, but that's okay. I see what you rolled. Yeah, actually, if you could fix that macro, a little confusing, and then roll it again for me, and I'll keep going. Leo, how are you equipped? What do you got out?
I got my glaive out.
Okay.
I mean, on my back, ready for me to use, and basically that's it.
All right, glaives out. Zeal, I think you mentioned having shield on.
Yep, I have my buckler out with my short sword and my longbow on the back.
Okay.
And just
And just so total metagame or rules lawyering, but it does take an action to remove a shield in order to use
Yep.
that bow. Okay, cool. I know that catches some people by surprise, taking an action to get a shield off, but in order to work, they got to be strapped on. All right, Lucian, what are you equipped with?
I'm just gonna equip my short bow and kind of just keep it at the ready.
Short bow. Okay.
Yep.
Mortros.
Mortros will be holding a dagger in the right hand, maybe occasionally mage handing it away or something.
Okay. Leah stepped away, but she's got her longbow out and ready. Bibble.
See, I think I'm gonna actually have my light crossbow ready. I have the shield kind of off to the side, but I have to have the light crossbow ready. At least I can get the one shot and then bring up the shield.
Yeah. And
So.
reiterating it, yeah, it takes an action to strap a shield on.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to know that. I hate. I'm harp on it because I don't want to catch somebody in the heat of battle finding that out the hard way. Because that's happened a lot. I've learned a
That
few
just
things
sounds-
here and there.
sounds terrible.
You got me almost thinking maybe I should switch my Freeman of thinking.
Oh, it's totally up to you. I just wanted to, I don't want to catch somebody by mistake wanting to
Yeah.
throw a shield on and still hit.
Yeah,
You're totally fine the way you are.
You know what? I think I will change it up. I will go ahead and just have my shield and nothing else.
Okay.
So
That's
just
no
my
problem.
shield ready.
All right. I'm getting onto the next map here. What I'm doing on this map is the area, and you guys have a ranger, so that makes it easy for tracking distances and all that good stuff. You're all going to be upside down because I've actually got you going the opposite direction here. That's okay. So when you get there, flip. The bandits chose an area of stand of trees for what they do. Well, when I say that, the bandits may or may not actually attack you. You guys are armed to the teeth, so we'll see what happens here. Smart bandits would just let you pass on by. Anyway, what I'm doing, it is a stand of trees that you guys are going through right now. I'm not saying there are bandits. I'm not saying there aren't.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do, that it is a stand of trees, is I'm going to, I've got dynamic lighting turned on, but I'm going to give you 250 feet of vision. And that's where kind of like your vision stops at a certain point because of the trees. So that's why you're only going to be able to see so far on the map.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Let me check and make sure 250 makes sense on the map that I've got. Not 200. A little closer to what I want. And I'm going to do that on each person here real quick, and then I'll move you guys over where you can see what's going on. Bunch of damn elves with your dark vision that I have to delete out. Okay. Like I said, you guys are going to be upside down. I'll let you flip your own tokens. There you are. Give it a second. This map's got a few bits and pieces to load in, and then I'll ping you. Give it just a couple more seconds. You're on the east side of the map. I'm going to go ahead and ping you right now. Give it a second. If it doesn't show anything, my Twitch end is still showing darkness. Like I said, this map's got it's a little texture heavy. Like I said yesterday, these are all Gabriel Picard's maps, so they're got a lot of detail to them. It'll take a minute to download
them. We'd be back further and probably closer to the edge of the wilderness.
I was just taking what you had on the road that you were on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me fix that camera, sorry. Thanks for reminding me on that too. Oh, that's why I didn't give the Twitch camera vision. Ah, that's probably why it's not seeing. Wow. Awesome. Okay. You guys happy with where you're at now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Looks like it. All right, you got Meld off the road there. Leo and Zeal doing the do-si-do. No problem. All right, Meld. Still having trouble with that macro. You got it working yet?
Yeah, do you want me to remote roll?
Well, can you actually have it do the math?
Yeah, I have a 0 whiz mod anyway.
Well, it says add 2x2.
Oh, that's just double your proficiency.
Oh, well, yeah. Can you,
Yes.
like,
So I have advantage and I have +4.
advantage for tracking? Yeah, I see that. And then, here, I'm gonna mess through macro a little bit, just to make it easier on me to read, if you don't mind. There. That's a little easier on my poor little pea brain. There we go. You can see what I did. So we rolled pretty good. Okay. Meld, and you're in just about the right spot. You see a lot of tracks right along here, heading north. They would seem to be about size and weight of human. Could be a light half-orc, could be a heavy goblin. Probably not heavy goblin, that's a little light. But they are booted, human manufacture. Got a pretty good roll there. Or the road continues on. What do you want to do with that?
I'll gesture to the party, like pointing that direction, and begin going that way.
Okay. I'm gonna follow him, and I'm also gonna roll stealth. So I can do that really quick.
Yeah. Okay. One second here.
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay. No, you guys are just fine. Let me just ask this. Is anyone continuing on the road, or are you all following Meld as he diverts into the forest?
I'm going to follow Meld.
Well, he's our scout, and I don't think I'd feel too comfortable just walking around not knowing where the hell he went.
Alright.
So I'll try to follow his way.
Yep. Okay. In that case, I'm going to grab you all. I'm going to put you, including Meld, where it's going to matter. Well, let's see. Let me take that back. Is anyone not rolling stealth?
Oh, no, I am.
Yeah.
That's Dex, right?
Anyone not rolling stealth? Or anyone not caring about being quiet?
Well, I have
try from
disadvantage,
a
but I will try.
distance.
Okay, if everybody's trying, that's fine. I need stealth checks from everybody then. I've already got a stealth from Lucian and Zeal.
If I see that they're starting to move in stealthily, we're gonna
Well-
hold back because the horse can run pretty fast. If
Okay.
I need to get in there, so we'll wait. We're just gonna put the horse here
Okay.
and sit as quietly as we can.
You
So
gotta
if
stay
you
where
want
you're
me
at?
to, yeah, I don't think we're gonna go in. We're gonna kind of keep an eye on them
Okay. Here.
and
I'm gonna
see
move
how
you
far
then.
back they can go.
Right here, you can see that little bit of a trail, and that's kind of
Uh-huh.
what he was pointing at. So that would give you kind of a clearer view.
Then I would probably park us right about here, just waiting to see and listen, and give them some time to kind of sneak up there. We're just gonna park
Sure.
it.
Sure. Zeal is very quiet. Lucian's very quiet. Leo, as you guys can imagine, is clanking and jangling with his chain armor very loudly. Strangely, Meld steps on every twig and crashes through the underbrush with his bardiche. It's not that he's loud, but he's not particularly as quiet as you would have thought. Maybe he got caught up in some brambles, made a little bit of racket. It's not bad, though. Not nearly what Leo is. Leo is very loud. Mortrose is also fairly quiet. Okay.
Tamora does not smile upon him.
So, yeah, double your state on the horse there. Okay, I'm gonna move Meld. Right here, Meld. You found a rock. I moved you. Sorry.
Oh, what?
If you guys can see where Meld is.
Yep.
Okay. Kind of arrange yourselves where you want to be. It's not that Meld sees anything, but how are you? I want to know a distance. How far are you tracking behind Meld there as you move? Because I want to be
Wait.
exact if I can.
Give me. I'll say I'm 15 feet. So.
Makes it easy for me, and I appreciate that, having a point man.
I'd be about 40, 45 feet behind.
Sure. How far behind are you planning to stay, Leah? Or are you just playing it by ear? You can play it by ear.
I'm just gonna play it by ear.
That's fine.
He's still within a range that I can get to him, so I'm okay.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a moment. What I have to do is make some perception checks and opposed things, you know.
Totally.
All enemies roll crit stealth. Critical failures. Perception checks for all of us.
Exactly. And, getting the sound effects set up right, that's a thing. Like I said, this might be a little loud. Let me tone those down just a hair. There we go. Okay. Okay, Meld, you are moving, I assume, like from cover to cover, keeping some stealth, trying to maintain cover. I assume, yeah. So, what would be the next tree you'd move to from there? The path continues. You can see that path pretty clearly on the map. That is the path of the tracks. So, what cover would you go to next? I'll leave it up to you.
Okay. What kind of trees are these?
Deciduous.
Alright. I'll get up against that trunk.
Okay. Everybody else gonna range the range you want to be from Meld as he moves forward? Give me a stealth, Meld. That's better. Alright. Liam moves into the trees. Dibble, you can keep up there. Okay, next cover, Meld. Alright. Roll me another stealth there, Meld. And Meld, you can smell smoke on the air. And just at the edge of your hearing, you can hear conversational tones of voices. Meld, I think from there, yep, you can actually see to the north the situation. And so far, you are undetected.
Alright, now, I'll look at the party and hold up 5 fingers, and, I'll hold up a fist and shake it. And kind of, make a growling face.
Okay.
And I'll whisper bear. Okay. Find myself again.
Yeah, 200 feet's a long way.
Alright. I'll move to there.
That's a long one. Give me 2 stealth checks on that. 2 cover positions. Yep, and there you go. Everybody else arrange behind Meld, because that would be the point where Leah would finally make enough noise for sure.
Okay.
So kind
I
of arrange
can't make another
yourselves.
stealth check.
Make another stealth check, Leo. Let's let the
Yay.
dice decide. Meld rolled okay. Yeah, there you go, Leo. With that whopping 1. It wasn't a fumble though. So if that tells you anything. Okay,
Wow.
so that is the point where remove that. And you guys can all see through the forest now far enough what Meld was talking about. You see this guy perk his head up, look around over his shoulder, and he kind of waves to the others, and he's like, "Shh, did you hear that?" And that's where it's not that you've been detected, but I want to start keeping a closer count on initiative.
Odd. Oh, the tiebreaker. See.
I'm clicking the initiative button on my character sheet, but it's not letting me roll it.
I've got a roll for
Oh.
Mortros.
Oh, great.
I got you on there, you're good.
Now you need to have your icon selected.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, if it's from the sheet, it'll work fine. If it's from a macro, you do have to have your character selected, yeah, unfortunately. Let me get a turn counter out there, because it usually does matter. And everybody's, Meld and Leah, you're both going to have to whip it out. Who's got the higher dex?
Oh, but like a dex check or?
Oh, and Zeal.
Yeah.
Three-way
Is that-
tie.
Is
Raw
that a dex
dex-
check or?
Nah, it's just raw dexterity, whoever has the highest.
Oh.
And you can whisper those to me if you want to keep secret.
You can click on the
Cool.
tiebreak, so it'll
Is
do
there
it for you.
Yeah, there is a button on the sheet that will do it, and actually, I will fix the macro one of these days. I'll make a note to myself to fix the macro so that it just does that. So that's just a good idea. Oof. Fix initiative for tiebreakers. Okay, sorry about the delay.
No worries.
Leah is the fastest,
Yeah.
followed by Zeal, followed by Zamp. Meld.
Well,
So Leah, you see the situation, and you are the first to react. Doesn't mean you have to attack. It's just that one of the guys up there by that camp has called attention to the others and is looking through the forest. He hasn't seen anything. What do you do?
first I'll ask Dibble. Pardon me. First I'll ask Dibble if he needs to get in combat, or if he is a ranged attacker.
Dipple says he's good with either way.
Okay, because I think I will just ready at this point because of the fact that I know that they're on alert. So much noise going around. But I am going to move the horse a little bit. And I will cautiously move the horse inch by inch to right about here.
Okay. Okay. It is a well-trained horse and is trying to keep quiet. Zeal,
You
what are
may
you
want
doing?
to not stay
Okay.
close to me.
So
Want to be stealth.
I'm gonna turn my direction towards Leo and say, "You're obviously making the most noise here, and we're trying to hide. Would you mind trying moving ahead, but a little bit out of our direction, just in case if
course.
the enemy comes your way?"
I can distract
And then
the other direction.
I'm just gonna head over and move into this bush.
Okay. Was that... Yeah, you can throw a stealth on that. How quiet are you being? I assume you wanted to hide.
Motherfucker.
Ooh. Zeal, proper Zeal
bitch.
form, clips a toe and lands heavily into the bush, scaring several birds up into the sky, who squawk noisily.
Oh, Lord.
And all of the bandits immediately, well, I say bandits, all of the people around the campfire leap up onto their feet, drawing knives and axes and swords, and say, "Who's going on out there? Thorgrim, is that you again?"
Yes.
Zeal's just gonna sort of smile, knowing how much noise he made.
Zeal makes it
I
fun
look
every
at him
time.
and fist bump.
Yep. You're the master of inopportune fumbles. You're making a reputation already. So yeah, hide is an action. So Meld, go ahead. What are you doing?
I'm gonna inch up to this tree trunk and take out a javelin and ready it.
Okay. Did you say hide behind or climb up?
Just get in cover behind the trunk.
Okay. Cover behind. You can roll stealth on that. That's fine. See if they noticed you. Yep. One of them calls out and says, "There, I see one!" As Meld hides behind a tree and Zeal is flailing around in a bush, sending birds flying. So you guys have displayed yourselves. Let's change this up a little bit. Turn that down just a little. All right. This one comes running forward through the trees. I'll turn that down a notch. Okay. And let me measure. Yep, Meld's out of range. She calls out there and she says, "Thorgrim, if that's you, by the gods, I'm gonna crack your skull." And you can see that she's got a hand axe ready to hurl at the first target she sees. This is her, by the way.
Okay.
What a looker.
Alright. And then you guys can all kind of see this guy shuffles up behind her, beside her. He's got a woodcutter's axe, actually, a tree felling axe. And he says to her, "That ain't Thorgrim." And he's got that axe kind of held off in one hand and a javelin in his offhand, ready to hurl it. Moment. Dibble, go ahead.
Okay. Well, seeing as we're kind of in a bad way and they're approaching, I don't know what to do. Okay. Can I cast bless on the three of us right here? I mean, since we're right next to each other, I don't need
yeah.
to say it very loudly, so where like anybody can hear it except for us.
Turn my music down. I'm gonna turn my sound down a notch. There, that's a little better. Go ahead.
All right. I wanted to see about casting bless on the three of us. Right here. So So good luck on 3 lucky individuals. So, basically pulls out his coin and like flips it, and then, kind of points at each of us, and says, tomorrow's blessing be upon us, as he dismounts the horse, and he's gonna try and go stealth himself. So it's what, half a move to get off
After
the
we
horse.
dismount, yeah.
All right. Half a move for me is like a full move for most people.
Yeah. 12 feet.
Yeah. So, let me roll my stealth.
So far, so
Okay,
good.
interesting. Okay, and see, I guess I could be off anywhere on this horse, right? So I would have jumped off in front, and then see here, let's go. Look to there, and that's it.
Okay. A second here. Lucian.
Okay, so I'm going to call back to them. I'm going to try to deceive them and say, yes, it is me, Thorin, merely pulling your leg. Ha ha ha. I assume I should roll deception check.
That is correct. You see the two of them grin at each other, glancing, and they say, Thorin. Yeah, alright,
Yes.
Thorin. We'll be sure to tell Thorgrim about your mistake over your corpse.
Oh, man. Okay. Am I still hidden, or did that just kind of give me away?
Oh, that would pretty well give away your position since you're calling to them.
Okay, well.
But you're
I
in a
tried.
line between two other people that have revealed their position, so I mean they've got their choice of 3.
Okay. I'm going to. Let me see how far away that is. It should be fine. Yeah. I'm just going to move over here and ready my bow.
Nice. Okay. The ready, you see the icon that's on meld there, that Gatling gun, that's the ready. So at any time you tell me to stop the action, you want to take your shot.
The which icon? I'm sorry.
Gatling gun, you see it right here on meld? It's the
Yes,
bottom row.
okay.
Yep.
Yep.
If you could put that on, that way I know you've got a rated action.
Sure thing.
Leo.
Alright. I will move oops. I'll move forward. 30 feet. And I'll take a dodge action while no, not doing anything in particular at the moment.
Okay. Dodge is the tower. Mortros.
Mortros is going to scoot forward towards next to the horse. She's just about there-ish. From there, can I see the people they've been shouting to already?
Yes.
Oh,
You've got a pretty clear view. Yep, you got a pretty clear view of that one. That
in
first
that
one.
case, with all the attention drawn and the threats being slung about already, a skeletal hand will appear underneath this person and grasp at them.
Nice.
Because the range on that spell is 120 feet, which is just about.
You're just in. Alright, cool. What is her AC? That hits. She yelps in pain and looks down and she says, "Ah, what the fuck?" and starts stamping her feet.
With
She
that,
smirks in the distance, and they can probably see a pair of glinting green eyes somewhere.
Nice. And Meld throws the javelin goes wide.
I'll go ahead and do my arrow then.
Okay.
Um,
Leah fires an arrow and it does hit. Buries into her bicep. At the same moment, she goes ahead and hurls an axe at the nearest target. Well, Leo's out front and center. He's not the nearest, but he's a clear shot. She's going to hurl an axe at Leo. It's long range.
Right.
And he has defense up anyway. She misses.
Huh.
And she takes an arrow to the forearm. That's her readied. Meld's readied. Leah's readied. Mortro's done. The rest of the guys leap to join the combat. This guy and this guy jump behind this tree here, grabbing some cover. They load their light crossbows and fire at Leo, being the clearest target out in the open, not behind a tree.
Jeez.
2 light crossbow bolts. First one, twang and miss. Second
I
one,
can't see the rolls.
oh, did not fix them yet? Yeah. That's right. Yeah, this is a problem we found yesterday, and I'm just going to go through and fix them as I find them. Rather than do the whole thing at once. So, the first one was a 6, which obviously misses. And the second one was a fumble. His
Nice.
crossbow string breaks.
Someone else fumbles. Yes.
Yeah. You hear a shit, and he starts trying to quickly restring his crossbow. And there was one more. He's gonna leap behind this tree and do the same thing. Fire a crossbow at Leo. That one actually hits Leo, even with disadvantage and everything. Leo takes one in the guts, or just underneath the soft spot in his chainmail.
That hurts.
There is a house rule on fumbles, yes. You grant advantage until the start of your next turn, which does apply to that guy who fumbled just now. It means he's taking a moment to restring his crossbow, so when he attacks on him, have advantage. He's preoccupied.
Right.
And that was this guy, right?
He's got an aura icon on him, yeah. Yep.
Okay,
that's the one.
cool.
Give me a second here. Okay. Leah, go ahead.
I'm going to go ahead and shoot the same person that I hit last time.
Okay, girl with the axes. And once again, your arrow arcs out. That one hits her in the ribs, kind of the same place that Leo just got hit. She doubles over in pain, howling.
I'm going to go ahead and try to maneuver around the tree and shuffle into this tree over here and get a little bit more cover for the horse. And hopefully they didn't see where I went.
Okay. It is an action to hide, so they can kind of track where you're going. It's hard to hide a warhorse.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean. You've got cover at least. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Zeal.
Alright, so Zeal's feeling sort of sad that he can't show off his archery skills. And he's just looking at himself with his shield and sword. But he feels like the enemy is going to have to run at them at some point. So he's just going to get near Mr. Meat Meld and just kind of wait there and see if he can hold out. And pretty much, I guess he's gonna hold the dodge action if anything.
Yeah, you can use your
Not
action
do
to
much
dodge. That you see on Leo, he's got that tower. If you can put a tower on, that means disadvantage on attacks against you.
Okay.
And you've got cover if they shoot through that tree. Yeah. Mel, go ahead.
I'm going to move. Oh, Jesus. 30 feet's not a lot. I'm gonna go over to here and chuck a javelin at that dude.
Another javelin flies through the air, gets tangled in some branches.
Alright, that's it.
Okay. Mel moving from cover to cover. This woman is howling and she says, "Those bastards got me. You guys, go fuck them up." And she is going to pitch forward into kind of a pained roll. She's going to wind up here, grabbing some cover behind the bush, same as you guys are doing, and hurl a couple of axes.
Couple.
Yep.
She's like the walking artillery.
Well, if you dual wield, you can attack with an offhand as a bonus action. Yeah, she's got a lot of hand axes. I play by the same rules you guys do. Aziel's got cover, Mel's got cover, Leo's got defense up. She doesn't care, she's gonna hurl one at Meld and one at Leo. Meld has cover and Leo has defense. Aziel has both. She says to hell with that. One at Meld with cover, miss. One at Leo, miss. Bounces off his armor. And then the one with the axe, the woodcutter's axe, he roars at the top of his lungs and he says, "You're gonna regret that, fools!" And he's howling and sprinting across the glade there, his woodcutter's axe held over his head, ready to hack the first person to basically get in his way. But that was a dash for him, so he's not ready or anything.
Okay. I have a readied action, so I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Yeah, you got a clear shot right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That will hit. He takes a short bow arrow to the guts. It's off to one side, kind of a rib shot. He gives an oof of pain and stumbles a little, but keeps pitching forward, frothing at the mouth. Dibble.
Okay, trying my best to stay low and maintain my little stealth. I'll move up to here. And from the bushes hidden here, I'm going to spill out some caltrips right here, so when he tries running over there, he'll run across them.
Roll me a stealth. Let's see if he saw you get there, though. That's the main thing. You did move full speed, so it's disadvantage on that stealth.
Okay. That's why Tamora is with me.
Yep, let's see.
Oh, okay. No, maybe not. Good Lord. Is
He
that
sees
right?
you roll forward into the bushes.
That's not right. It's not. That roll is not right at all.
No, you're right. Yeah, so you got some custom stuff. Looks like, well, you rolled a 4. I see you got a +4, so that's an 8. Which he still notices. Yeah, even with all your...
Hold on. Well, also, I got blessings. I got the blessing going.
Bless is for saves and attacks, but not ability checks.
Oh, sorry. Save.
Nice try. Nice try. And I can't blame you because Trouble tries that every time. No.
I've corrupted you all.
And by the way, just to keep you even more honest, that did cost you a first level spell, didn't it?
Yeah, the bless. You already got that. Oh, I didn't check it on the thing.
Yeah. I'll keep you honest. Don't worry.
No problem. I already knew I only had one more.
No, I know you did. But I like, for my information, I like to be able to see it, you know.
Nah,
So, You guys see Dibble do like a, what's that look like? Forward roll into the bush, and the bush kind of shivers and shakes, and a bunch of caltrops fly out, and the orc's like, "Yeah, you little bastard, you're not getting away with that." And his path veers towards you with the axe over his head.
I'm like, oh.
Yeah, and it's no shit moment for Dibble. Maybe looking at Leo for a moment there. That's wow. Yeah, I'll shut my mouth. I'm always role playing for you guys. Okay, is that it for Dibble?
I'm gonna hurt.
Yeah.
All right. Caltrops are out there. Lucian, what are you doing?
I'm gonna move over here under some cover, and I'm gonna take another shot at the same guy with my short bow.
All right. Another accurate shot. An arrow whistles over your head, Dibble. Buries itself into that guy. Howls in pain again with an oof. Stumbles again as he's traveling forward. This all happens in the same 6 seconds. But doesn't stop him. He's still coming. I don't know. I didn't zoom him in, did I? No, I did. He could take some punishment.
Okay.
Pretty stout looking fella. Half orc for sure. All right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And
What
I
else,
can't ready a dodge or anything because that was my action, right?
That is your action, correct? Yeah. At first
Okay,
level, they're
then,
pretty
yep.
quick. Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Not a lot of
No
options.
problem.
Leo, go ahead.
Can I move around here so I won't be hit by the?
You saw the
Okay.
caltrops fly out, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm
Leo
gonna
takes
move
a
in,
cautious glance about his surroundings.
and I'm gonna slash at him with my glaive.
Nice. Yep.
That's a hit, or do I need to make a
That-
play?
Nope, that's a hit. You catch him with your glaive as he's pitching forward. Manage to slash him. You don't have the thing that stops his movement, though, do you? Not yet.
No, not yet. But
Okay.
I do have my baton.
Yeah, go ahead. That's bonus action. So go ahead. That one misses. You come across with the butt end. It's always weird for me. How can you hit with 10 feet away with the butt end? But
Yeah.
it doesn't really specify. So yeah, take a swipe with the butt end, and he ducks that.
Oof.
And I'll move backwards,
All right. Stay
trying
out
to
of the
take over
reach.
from the javelins and shit. Because they hurt.
Yeah, they got like throwing axes and all that.
Cool.
Yeah.
More
I
tropes.
got you covered.
Okay. Mortros is going to slink forward after seeing the halfling throw the caltrops into the bushes here, and then on her way there, she's going to create a minor illusion of about a little less than 5 foot tall dwarf with a great axe charging towards him and ending up here, right between him and the caltrops.
Nice.
Okay. Let me think here. Minor illusion requires him to actually interact with it to not know any better, right?
Correct. I can roll it if you don't want the outcomes.
Thank you. That does help. Create an image of an, well, it's an object, a sound. It does say object, and it says, I don't think it moves either. That's the downside, because it's a cantrip, you know, it's not that, major illusion, I think, is what you're looking for. You can create a sound, or you can create an image of an object, and it would be a chair, a muddy footprint, or a small chest. But like something moving, you're looking for a major image.
All
You
right.
could create an image of a dwarf standing there,
Yeah, that's fine enough.
if that's, yeah, okay. Yeah, so you got a dwarf standing there behind Dibble. That's fine.
And
Is
that would be your turn.
That it for your turn? Okay, cool. Okay, and he has to interact and know any better anyway. Taking a couple of arrows as it is. Okay, bandits. This one's got his crossbow reloaded.
Hmm.
Zeal, he's got you picked out as a target because you're kind of straight
Good luck.
down, kind of like so, straight across. He's going to just fire directly at you. like he was behind the trunk, just same as you. He steps out, takes a shot, and steps behind the trunk again. Disadvantage in cover. Yep, his bowstring breaks again. You hear a shit, motherfucker, and he can no longer fire his crossbow as he's out of crossbow strings.
Stupid knockoff crossbows.
He drops the crossbow, whips out a scimitar, and rushes forward to this tree.
That's what I like to hear.
Yep. Yep. He's giving up on that one. You hear a cackle of laughter from the guy behind the tree next to him. He's like, I told you not to buy strings from the Zentarim.
Oh, he's laughing even harder.
And he will take a shot at... I'm going to roll random because it's either Dibble or Meld. One is Meld, two is Dibble. It's Dibble. He saw you throw caltrips and pitch forward into the bush there. He will take a shot at you. I'll give you cover, but that still is a hit.
Ouch.
It was a minimal hit. No, it wasn't bad, but you do have to make a concentration save on that.
Yeah. Okay. See here.
It drew a line of blood. It didn't bury into his flesh, but it drew a line of blood. Flayed some flesh loose a little, and that's Constitution save is all it is. You're good on that. 3 piercing.
Okay.
And this guy over here, just go ahead and he's got a clearer shot at Leo than anyone. He's gonna take that shot at Leo. Leo, you
Minus behind the tree as cover? Or is that just the branches?
Let me look. Let me be honest with you. This is the trajectory of a shot. I don't see any tree boles. You see what I mean by bole? They're deciduous.
Yes, I hit.
I'll split the difference with you and give you 1 cover for this bush right here. How's that?
Yay.
Is that fair? I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Because he steps out from behind the tree. There's no trees between you and him. And like I said, these trees are deciduous, meaning the branches are up. So you got to be behind a bole, trunk. Okay. Take the shot. I'll give you +1 AC. He misses.
Yay.
Nice.
Well, there's an advantage.
Good thing he had, didn't have advantage. That might have hurt. That might have hurt bad. Okay, but it doesn't matter because it didn't hit. Give me 1 second here. Leah, you've taken several very cautious shots. Out there, you're being very focused. Suddenly, 2 men out of nowhere rush you through the bushes, appearing here, trying to grab your horse. You got this nasty little halfling.
Yeah, I've seen.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah, you've seen him plenty. I like that little guy. And you got this guy.
I got killed him before.
And they're both going for grabs on you to drag you off the horse. So the human guy, because he's going to have the better reach, that halfling will have a hell of a time grabbing you, has made a grab. Make your either athletics or acrobatics to dodge that grab. You're good? She dodges out of the way. And then the halfling will throw a dagger at you. And he says, pointy-eared wench. And it hits. Wow. His macro's a little weird. I see it worked, but let me fix that. There we go, it's fixed. So you guys see, Leah, do you respond in any way of being stabbed by a thrown dagger? Make a sound?
No.
Okay. Too cool for these fools. Let's see. This one appears down here if you're looking to the south. Figures they've got her handled. This one's going to take a shot at Mortrose with a light crossbow. He steps out from behind a tree and shoots at her from behind.
Little shits everywhere.
The shot goes wide. You hear him cuss and he starts reloading.
Let's would say the shot goes wide because she hears someone say pointy-eared winch and then turns to see, and then the bolt misses her.
That's all the bandits. Leah.
Okay. What is it to sling my bow around or my shoulder or whatever?
Yeah, this is an action to interact with the environment. You can drop it for free.
No.
No, I'm sorry. For free, you can interact one time. If you wanted to sling your bow, you can. But then if you wanted to pull your sword, it would be an action. One time for free. Otherwise, you're looking at the rogue, thief,
I'll take
subclass feature, fast hands.
disadvantage to shoot them. Is that what it would be? Disadvantage?
Disadvantage to shoot in melee, yes.
Okay, I will shoot the short little one.
All right. Let me check. I think that hits. Yep. He wore some nasty leather armor. He smells bad too, like sour beer.
Oops.
You shoot him in the guts. He howls in pain, but he's not quite dead yet. He snarls at you. He says, "You'll pay for that."
I look down and just tell him to stand right there for your death. It shall be quick.
He says, he grins at you, and his teeth are all black and broken,
Ugh.
and he says,
Damn.
"Yours won't." Zeal, it's your turn.
Okay, so Zeal's not dumb, and he's not gonna run out and head into the firing range of everyone, but he's feeling pretty confident underneath this tree. So he's gonna taunt just about anyone who feels like listening, especially that half-orc, saying, "Oh, it's just a half-orc. They can take a lot of damage, but from what I've seen, they can't hit shit." And he sort of like turns his back sideways just a little bit, and is like, "Matter of fact, I give any of you guys a try trying to hit me," and he takes the dodge stance.
Nice.
And so,
Roll an intimidate.
yeah.
Let's see if we
Is
get
that
the
a
half
charisma?
orc. Yeah, that's charisma. Yep. Nice.
We.
You glance over your shoulder and see that half orc. He said, "What?" And he's kind of frothing at the mouth, and he's veering course towards you now.
Walk a little bit backwards. Come to me.
And so you said, turn your back so you're not behind the tree anymore?
No. I mean, like, just sort of turn my side, trying to edge him on, saying like, "Oh, look, I'm not looking."
Yeah.
But
I don't even care. Yeah, I'm not looking.
So you got the dodge, but do you have cover? Was kind of what I'm wondering. Are you still behind the tree or no?
yeah, I'm still standing by the tree.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I'm not moving.
Gotcha. Just getting attention. That works. Cool. Yep. You hear kind of several shouts from the trees to the north of you, and they're like, "Yeah, go get him, Marl." And he's frothing at the mouth now, of course. Eyes rolling around madly. Meld, go ahead.
Alright, I'm gonna go out to here and I'm gonna yell something in Orcish. And I'll go and whisper it to you.
Okay.
What is it?
If anyone knows Orcish, you can whisper it to me. Whisper to me, or you can just tell me if you don't care to keep it a secret that you know Orcish.
If I knew Orcish,
I do.
is that like sort of close? But
Who knows Orcish? Leo. Okay. I'll tell you what he said. That will hit. So Meld leaps forward and says something in a guttural language, hacks his bardiche into the chest of that half-orc as he turned to look the other way. It buries deep,
Nice.
and the orc drops.
Cool.
Sweet. And I'm going to go behind this tree now.
Alright, I'll hit run. You hear the woman scream, the one with the axe is here. She says, "No, Marl! You son of a bitch!" She yells and hurls an axe at you. Unless you can close the distance. Let me do some measuring here. Nah. She's gonna hurl axes at you. She's gonna, I think throwing axes, what, 20 feet? She's gonna close some of the distance. That's 20 of her feet. She'll spend a couple more just to get in the range. Throw 2 axes at you and then back off again. Meld, you got cover. Some +2 cover. Didn't matter. That one hits you. Hurls another one. That one hits as well. They don't hit solidly enough to bury into his flesh, but Mel does get slashed twice by axes that kind of glance off of him. Pretty nasty, bloody hits. And she's got about 8 feet left. She's going to try to dash into a tree as well. She's kind of at the edge of the foliage. Not really much in the way of cover. More pissed off than anything. And give me a second. Dibble, go ahead.
Okay. Let's see here. We got this guy. Got that guy. And we got 2 people sitting on top of my friend over here. So I think Dibble will kind of turn. Is he in range or not? How far are they? Ooh, I gotta have to move a little bit. Okay, let's see here. Dibble's gonna move back over to the trees over here with these people. Oops, not that far. And looking at the human over there. Let's see here. I'm going to actually kind of call and say, "Hey, you over there!" Say, "What's that on your feet?" And then I'll cast a Sacred Flame, which basically for me points to the target's feet, and the number of burning sticks under their feet catch radiant flame and envelop target.
Nice.
Getting the hot button.
Apparently he's pretty light on his feet. He starts kicking and dancing, doing a quick little jig. It looks pretty funny, but he is able to kick it loose. He takes no damage. Makes the save.
Oh well. Dibble still chuckles at it, at the idea of making him dance.
Yep. He points towards the bushes where you went there, and he calls over his shoulder. You're not sure who. And he says, "They got magic." And Lucian, it's your turn.
Okay. Let me just measure some stuff. Is there a tree here? I can't tell.
Yes.
We kind of got cut off.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's me and my bad map making. I'm trying. Yes, there's a tree.
No worries.
Actually,
Okay.
Gabriel gave me some trees. Let me get a tree and put it out there. There we go.
Sure thing.
I like them apples.
I like him a lot. That's for certain.
I tried to hide the seam. It doesn't always work.
I'm gonna move about here. So I got cover from the guys messing with Leah, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna take a shot at this guy right here with my short bow.
I was going to ask which one you shot at. It didn't matter. The shot went wide, got
Yeah.
tangled in all those branches.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
Okay. Leo, what are you doing?
Right, no, not enough. So, I guess I'll throw a javelin at this girl thingy. No damage.
That is long range, so disadvantage. Let me check her AC.
I do have bless.
That does hit. You don't need bless. She was wearing, what was she wearing? She's wearing leather armor. So yeah.
Okay.
And of course you can see it was a glancing hit. It
Yes.
drew a line of blood, but did not bury into her flesh. So, but it did hit. She howls in pain. She
All right.
snarls and says, "You'll pay for that." And for
I'll-
Marl, and shakes a fist at you.
I'll join Zeal behind the tree, trying to take cover from the ranged shots.
Sure. Yeah, you guys got pretty good cover from those crossbowmen to the north. Mortros.
Montrose quickly looked over her shoulder and, full blood elf, she'll be fine. And I'll go to the other side of the tree here. And this woman, yeah, she'll see a familiar sight as a spectral skeletal hand reaches for her.
That hits. She yelps again, stamping her feet as the skeletal hand grabs her by the ankle. You see that her voice kind of shrieks and then dies in her throat to a whisper, and she seems to, her eyes roll in her head, and she passes out.
Nice.
And then the skeletal hand flips the rest of them off as it disappears.
Well done. Alright. This guy has lost his bow, the poor bastard. He's gonna rush you, Zeal and Leo. He winds up
Come
here.
here. I want to take my reaction.
Hey, yeah, I like to take a reaction. Well, I don't really have a reaction, but
No, you don't have one. Leo's got that cool thing though.
I do.
Well, do you, or I thought you just had? You got the one that does give you a reaction, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bless
Yeah.
doesn't help that, I guess.
Roll it. There is a macro, bless growth. That's on there.
Yeah.
If you roll a 4, it will hit. It was a 3.
Close one.
Oh,
Yep. This guy wears the same armor as the others, but he's a little bit quicker on his feet. He sees that that glaive coming down and just narrowly dodges aside. You can hear him going, "Whoa! Careful with that, you'll hurt somebody." And then, of course, menaces you with his scimitar. That was a dash for him, so that's all he does.
Oh, okay.
Yep, that's as good as it gets. This one here reloads his light crossbow and takes a shot at Meld. And shouts at the other, "Do something, they're getting closer." Shot goes wide, totally misses Meld. Oh, you guys aren't... No, it's another thing that I got wrong here. Let me fix it real quick. Oh, those little flavor text on their attacks. Okay. You guys can see this guy here, the far north one. He gives a drunken nod to the other guy and a grin, and he's like, "Yeah, let's see how they handle this." And he goes running north. Whoops. Work with the mouse. He winds up here and starts fiddling with the cage. The bear cage. You guys can see the bear pawing at the cages and growling. Really?
Huh.
Hopefully he mauls him first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a freaking bear.
Indeed.
Hope the bear likes beer.
To the south, we got these ones menacing Leah. Let's do them. This one, again, is going to try and grab Leah with a strength. Go ahead, Leah. Wow. He rolled double crit.
Fuck me.
Let's see you beat that. Well, it was
Well, I got
close.
blessed too.
That will only help on, doesn't help on checks. Nice
Damn it.
try. This check. Wow, and Leah actually puts up a really good fight, kicks him in the chest, kicks him in the chin, and finally says, "Pointy elf, winch," and drags you off the back of the horse. He can move you at half speed. And then this one, the little black-toothed halfling circles around and goes to stab you with his knife. Actually, he's got a little rusty scimitar. He'll slash you with that. He's got a knife in his offhand. Hits you with the scimitar. Yeah, like I said, knife in the offhand. He'll try and cut you with his offhand knife. Yeah, that misses. I was gonna say, He does not get the modifier on that, but yeah, took a slash, you're able to dodge that. You're still on your feet, your speed's just 0. That's all grab does. I'm gonna put the hand on you. There it is. This one down here sees Lucian. He's gonna step out from the tree, take a shot at Lucian, and then go back to cover. Both of you have cover. So plus
Yep.
2 to your AC, Lucian, as he takes a shot and misses.
Cool.
Crackles into the branches near you. A little disconcerting, maybe.
Mhm.
And you guys can hear the sound of more crashing of underbrush as 2 more bandits enter the fray with dashes. And you can see them now coming in through the forest. Clearly the ambush group for the bridge that you guys avoided for a while, but they heard the sounds of battle and are joining now. So that was a dash for them. They don't do anything else. End of the round. Fair warning. I gotta take a quick AFK, 90 seconds. Be right back. Leah's turn.
Alright. Devil's coming!
I'm telling you, I'm a lot better with my bow. Just nothing is in reach. Don't want to run out too. Like all those axes they were tossing out. Hell no.
I already got nicked, and that's all I need. I don't need to be going down.
He gets you, man. Like the last session, I got hit by a greatsword.
Oof.
That one nearly killed me first shot. Good thing we got second wind. That saved my ass.
Yeah. I got a decent AC with my shield, but that's about it.
Play to survive. Play to survive.
Yeah. That's why I try to sneak up, and I was gonna try to drop that thing right in his path. Take off.
Man, I'm
I guess.
afraid of my rolls. I crit fail so often. Like it's a scary thing.
Oh man.
I think that bandit took my bad luck away, and I'm really skeptical if I should kill him or not.
Just leave him alive so he can keep absorbing your bad luck.
Yo. Stay there.
Yeah, he got a high dex too, so I'm pretty decent with a dagger, but I don't know if I want to get that
Dagger's
close.
still like what, a 1d4?
Yeah, but 1d4 plus 4.
Oh shit, your dex is real good.
Yeah.
I'll get there soon. I'm just running the +3s. I don't roll good on my rolls either for attributes. Everything I got was lower than 14.
I got lucky for the most part. So it's pretty decent. I think I got a 17 in his rolls.
That'll help, but you gotta watch out for that HP.
Yeah, I know, right? Level 1 was really sketchy.
Yeah, that is definitely true. I'd say actually that's just one of the harder levels. Just the first one where you don't really have damage to do much, and HP is a little bit like a twig.
I am back.
Alright.
Go ahead, Leah.
Okay, so I'm gonna second wind, and where's my hit
It's a
die?
flexi guy. Oh, sorry. It's not hit die for you. I gotta add you
No.
a macro. Let me add you a macro.
Okay, that's fine. And then
You can do that pretty quick. What else you can do?
I was gonna go ahead and shoot The little fucker that keeps hurting me. Should have been the face.
Let me make sure your level. Yep. So if you keep your level score updated, go ahead and unselect, reselect, and hit second wind. It should work. Nice. Wow, nice. Good roll. Also a good attack. The guy that was grabbing you. Damn. Okay, so he grabbed you by the leg and dragged you off the horse, and then was grabbing you around the shoulders, or like had you kind of trying to get you in a headlock, and you managed to get your bow around, pull it, and shoot him square in the guts. And he goes, oh, and doubles over in pain. He's not dead, but he's writhing on the ground, bleeding out. Basically 0 hit points.
Sweet, I'm no longer grabbed.
That is correct.
I'd like to glare at the other one.
Roll on Intimidate.
Well. Which one's that?
Charisma. He flashes his black teeth. He looks a little doubtful at the guy on the ground. And he says, I'm not done with you, missy. And he waves his scimitar and his dagger in your face. Is that it for you? Okay. Zeal.
Alright, well, Zeal is glad that his sword gets to do something this entire time, so he's gonna go and take a stab at this dude right behind him.
Takes a wild shot, a swing, and the guy deflects it.
Zeal's a little bit disappointed, but he's sort of grinning. He's like, maybe next time.
Maybe next
He lucked out.
You got the shield in the offhand, don't you? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Alright, yep, took a slash, and then that guy, I don't know if that guy even noticed you. He was worried about Leo, but his smile's a little bit faltering now that he sees he's up against 2. Meld, what are you doing? Took a couple of hand axes there.
Yeah, I'm a little bloody. Now, I'm gonna move back a bit to this tree, and I'll throw a javelin at this little halfling guy.
Alright. Pretty clear shot. Yep. So while he's grinning and saying, I'm not done with you, miss, as he takes a javelin and dies.
Sweet, and I'll tell something to Leah in Orcish.
Alright, cool. Let's see. This guy crashes through the brush, winds up here. Zoom him in. This guy here, he is wielding that longsword. He's got it in hand, wielding it two-handed. Looking for trouble, looking for action. He's not really seen what he's up against yet, so.
Watch out, trouble.
Yep. Alright, and that's him. That's a dash for him. So that's everything. Dibble.
Okay. Let's see here. Not sure what I want to do with that guy. You know what? Why not? Since he's kind of moving up. I think he's in range. He should be in range. Oh, now I'm gonna move a little bit. Okay. We'll move on over to here. And point to him and say, hey, it's a dance party. And give him a hot foot.
Nice. There's this guy, right?
Yeah.
Alright. He stamps out the flames and growls. He makes
Damn
a
it,
save.
that was a good damage roll, too.
I know it was. He gives him the twisting toe, putting out a cigarette, and points at you.
Alright.
Alright. Leah, make a bluff check. I want to see, being the haughty high elf, if anybody noticed you looking over your shoulder doubtfully about your odds.
I wasn't looking doubtfully. I was looking for a place to. I'm arranged.
I was just looking at the chat log.
Yeah, but I was looking for a place to go. They're coming up. What's a bluff?
Charisma.
Ah.
I want to see if anybody else noticed your doubtful look, just to make sure that you weren't alone here. Go ahead.
I did.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong screen. Ah, no. You got this.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a place to actually
Yep.
get in cover. Because
I
see
never
it.
doubted you for a moment.
I don't doubt myself either.
All right, Lucian, go
My
ahead.
girl's badass.
All right, I'm gonna take another shot at that guy.
Yeah, you're having a duel. Wow, nice.
Nice.
Yep, you caught him in the ribs. He howls in pain. He drops back from the tree a ways. And you hear him cussing in pain and not wanting to continue the fight.
Okay. And I'm just gonna say, yeah, there's more where that came from, buddy, and I'll end my turn.
Nice. Leo.
Alright. I'll slash at the guy in front of us.
Narrowly misses. He deflects that. Man, this guy's like a Zen master. Dodging, ducking, and weaving, and...
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, roll bless. You got bless. You don't need to roll it. You only missed by one. He thought he had it, but you diverted the blade and buried it. Actually, yeah. So you go to swing your what is it?
Glaive.
Halberd? Glaive. Thank you. Swing your glaive down the big blade, and he gets that scimitar up, and he grins at you in that split second time where he thinks he's got it parried, and your glaive glows gold with the blessing of Timora, and cuts right through his scimitar, through his shoulder, into his midsection, and you cut him in half.
Nice.
Justice served.
Nice.
Let's see. Nah, I won't think it. Seeing the more coming from the west, I'll start moving there myself. 30 feet. That's there. And that's my turn.
Cool. Mortros.
She's going to hear, after her previous spell, hear the crackling to the west and see that guy stomp his feet on the ground. And as if on command from the same ground as he's frustrated comes another skeletal hand. Grasp him.
Roll standby. All right. Oh, Mortros, you point, and a spray of sparks shoots out of your finger and fries your fingertip a little bit, singes it. Your spell fizzles.
I swear something in Orcish.
Weave
I
escaped
say,
for
watch
just
your
a moment.
language.
And that icon means you do grant advantage till the start of your next turn. That's a house rule there. I figure if good things happen on a crit, bad things happen on a fumble.
Oh, I'm
Fair
just
enough.
glad I didn't skeletal hand the Knight of Torm next to me.
Yeah, could have been worse. Alright. Banditos. This one will keep firing and holding the line. He shouts at the other one. He says, "Get Bloodtooth now!" And he's going to take a shot at... how long does this illusion last, by the way?
Illusion?
I'm wondering,
Up
does
to
shoot
1 minute, but since
Alright.
it's not really effective anymore, you can say it's disappeared already.
Well, he would shoot at the... you see Zeal is well in cover. There's a dwarf out in the open. He would shoot at the illusion. That's his next nearest target.
Fair enough. Last
Is
up
it-
to a minute.
It's a cantrip, so that means it's not concentration, right?
Nah, it's just out there.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
a
out
cantrip.
there.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, it just exists for 1 minute. So yeah, he would just see a dwarf standing there, and he was glancing over his shoulder, shouting something at the guy next to him anyway, not really paying attention. So he takes a wild shot at that dwarf. I'll just roll it and see if it would have hit. And yeah, he sees the bolt pass right through it, and he cusses and shouts at the guy behind him, "They've got magic!" He rolled a 20, by the way, so yeah. Not a crit, but a 20. He knows that would have hit. It was pretty well squared on the dwarf. This guy here pulls the pin on the cage and runs like hell. And you guys hear that bear growl and slam the cage open.
Uh-oh.
Once he chase,
Guy runs like hell. Now we're gonna see what does the bear do.
Roll the dice.
That sounded more like a T-Rex.
Well, let me get that bear out from underneath that cage real quick here. So he spills out. Cage door slams open. My volume keeps changing. Does it change for anyone else? Or is it just me?
Not really.
No.
My volume keeps changing on Roll20. Like it'll go real quiet and then loud and then real quiet.
That's annoying.
That's just going to be annoying to you guys. I'll leave it
Yeah.
where it's at. It's on my end. I'll deal with it. So the bear, let's see how pissed off it is. It's fairly pissed off, and it's going
you
to run
should
right
have
after
the guy
him.
who opened it up. No.
So it went about 9 feet to get where it's at now. And would wind up here. Nope, it's faster than that. He's got another 10 feet. Yep. Just chasing after
Yes.
him, and we'll attempt to bite that guy in the ass.
Oh, that is great.
It's a glancing
You eat
hit.
that ass.
He nips him in the Achilles tendon there. The guy howls in pain and stumbles forward. It was a glancing hit. Didn't really bury deep or grab on, but like I said, this all happens in the same 6 seconds. So you got a bear nipping this guy as he stumbles forward, running for what's obviously a cave entrance here. That's those two. Oh yeah, you guys killed the others, so there's 2 more. 3 more.
Yep.
Well, this one doesn't want to mess with Lucian anymore. He says, he calls over to the other guys. He says, guys, to hell with this. I can go to town and work for my food. And he says that through spitting blood out. He took one to the guts and is sprinting down the trail due south with a dash. So he's making a run for it.
All right.
Thanks, nice. And the other ones, we'll give them morale checks. For what it's worth, I make morale checks based off charisma, because that's belief in yourself.
I like
The
it.
front one, this one, is just drunk enough to say, he goes, I can take her, and he's pointing at Leah. He's bleary-eyed, he doesn't see everyone else. Leah, he comes stumbling at you and winds up about here, brandishing a scimitar.
Shoo, your breath.
Yeah, it's breath, and he's got some major BO.
Oof.
He has not showered in weeks, in 10 days.
Free action, I reach in my pack and hand him a bar of soap.
He bats it out of your hand and says, elf nastiness. The other one agrees with the other guy and is going to start heading his way. He
Nice.
says, yeah, we could be farmers, screw this. That's what he says. And
Look at
Leah,
the
your
dream.
turn.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and pop him in the eyeball with an arrow. Because that's what I do. Oh, wait, hold on. I
You
shall
don't need-
use that.
Too good for the macro. That's okay. You don't quite hit him in the eyeball. You kind of hit him in the shoulder, that fleshy part of the shoulder. He reels back. Doesn't seem to really register the pain. He's drunk enough. It's a glancing hit.
Well, I will go ahead and come about here and use him as a meat shield in between me and this guy over here.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to bob and weave behind him as he's bobbing and weaving from drunkenness.
Okay. Your horse, by the way, is eyeing you with one eye, and then the other he kind of stamps his feet. He's a war horse. He wants to battle, but he's well trained enough to await a command.
Yes, I'm going to tell him to wait.
And just so those of you who haven't played with me before, mounts, you do have to use your action to have the mount attack. So,
Okay.
and I don't know that Leah's really bonded well enough with this one to command it while not mounted on it anyway. So just future reference. Anyway, I don't even need to say that. Zeal, go ahead.
All right, so Zeal's sort of just laughing hysterically now because he really feels like he hasn't done shit this entire time except piss off a couple bandits. He's almost at the point where he's like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna drop my shield and use this bow until he hears that noise in the background." Did I do like a intelligence check to see if I know what sound that is, or?
What's that? The bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a nature check, which is intelligence. Yeah. It's a roar of some kind. You're not sure what.
All right. So I have no clue what the fuck that thing is. It doesn't sound friendly, and I don't know what to do. And I'm just going to walk towards the fray. So I'm moving here, and I call out that guy with the long sword because I'm kind of pissed now. And I'm like, "You, bring your ass over here. We're gonna battle." And so.
Was that a dash or
check.
just a move?
I think that was a move.
Yeah.
I,
Okay. You still have an action then, whatever you want to do with it. That was
And then I'm
an
dodging.
intimidate there. Okay, dodge works. Keep the guard up. And you say you didn't do anything, but you started the fight by doing a head dive into a bush full of birds. I didn't forget. It was cool. You can always count on Zeal to start things off. It's fun. All right, so you do a call out, but you can tell this guy, I'm going to flash him up again. He's a shrewd customer. He gives you a glance and does a kind of a shake head. Nah, not worth it. He's got better targets. Meld, what do you do?
I'm gonna run in and take a slash at that longsword guy.
With the old Bardiche. We've got a glaive and a Bardiche, right? Yeah, that is a good hit. You scored a solid slash against him. He tried to parry it with his sword and missed.
All right, and
Bury
then
the Bardiche in him.
I'll bring the rear of it up and try to hit him with that.
That one he ducks, whistles right over his head. Total miss.
And I'll move back a bit and ready my weapon. That's it.
Alright, guarded posture. He will respond, close distance with you, and begin hacking at you with his longsword. And he says, "Down with you, dog!"
I'll take my reaction as he moves in range.
Alright, you've got that feat as well, I see. That is a hell of a feat. Was that Sentinel?
No, it's
Pull that master.
Full Arm Master? Yeah. I always get that mixed up with Great Weapon Master. I gotcha. Yeah, so you take another slash, you bury your blade in his guts. He takes the blade. If you've seen, and those of you who are new to me as a DM, I reference Lord of the Rings all the time. If you haven't seen it, you have to see it to get my references. He takes that Bardiche to the guts and pulls it in deeper, the same as Lurtz did with Aragorn, stabbing him in the guts. There, Uruk, and he growls, takes his sword in two hands while being impaled by a Bardiche and just starts hacking at Meld with his great sword. Overhanded chops. That one misses. The first one, you're able to dodge Meld. That one hits and drops Meld. Just goes to 0, Meld. And actually, that should... Let me do this. I've got a cool... I think cool... API that should give some blood spray. That's not working today. There it is!
Yep.
Blood spray. I love the blood spray. I'll do the rest of your tokens, Meld. That way we're not overlapping each other. I know you know what they all are. Got that one. That one. Successful death save, and failed. One of each, and prone, of course. So you guys see Meld drop. He yanks the glaive out of his guts, Bardiche out of his guts, and he slaps his the blade of his longsword into his offhand and says, "Who's next?" Dibble, your turn.
Okay. Devil says, Devil looks at him and says, he's like, "You're only half the man that I am." He says, "Bring it on!"
That's some halfling bravery there.
As he again tries to hit him with the sacred flame on his feet, for what it's worth.
Try again.
Mm-hmm.
He got him that time. His feet
Nice.
singe. He howls. And
And,
Pain stamps his feet. What color is your secret flame? Because it's not fire.
No, it's yeah. I mean, it's just like a white, a white greenish kind of flame that
Light
kind of
green.
like I said.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
All right, and with
Licks
that,
up the sides of
we'll-
his legs.
Right, and let's see here. I think I'm gonna have to maybe back off a little bit from